Yeah.
All right, we are live. Nobody's on yet. So, until people get on,
Hi, everyone.
I'm going to read some scripture to allow some people to come in. Okay?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Let's see. All right, guys. I'm about to read scripture until some more people jump in. I'm reading Psalm 1, and it's only 6 verses.
Okay.
It says, "Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night." I'm just reading scripture till more people jump on. I'm reading Psalm 1, verse 3. "He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water." Oh, that's Jennifer's painting I did, remember?
I need my glasses. Oh, no, I don't.
"That brings forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper.
Amen.
The ungodly are not so, but are like the shaft which the wind drives away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish."
Amen.
You know what? I forgot to put the microphone on.
Do we need it?
Yeah, it sounds better.
Hi, guys.
What's up?
What is
Christy's
everybody
up.
up to? Christy, hi.
I'm going to plug this mic in so hopefully
Love
the
you too,
voice
Mama.
will sound a little louder.
I'm so happy you're on here.
Hold on.
She can still hear me now.
No, but it's going to click. Can you guys hear us? I just plugged the microphone in. It should sound better.
What up, Frankie? Hi, Jose.
Because I knew you were reading
Adrian.
Psalm 1. I just wanted to read some scripture, let some people jump on.
The Vasquez family.
Oh,
God
cool.
bless you.
Jennifer said
My
you
Jenny's
can hear
on
us a
there.
lot better.
Okay, perfect.
So what do you guys want to talk about? We're here.
I know. What has everybody been like? Honestly, what have you guys been doing? Like with, I know there's some people that are still
Echo. We don't add echo on it. There's echo.
Is there an echo? Hello.
Angelina. Hello, sister. How you doing?
I know some of you guys are still working, but there's a lot that are not. So what have you been doing with your free time up to this point?
Yeah. We can talk about if there's a Bible verse you want to talk about, if there's a subject you want to talk about.
Amen, Frankie. I agree with you because I have family with autism, and we definitely got to pray for the children with autism and those with autism. Absolutely.
Lisa's on here.
I know. I just told him on Facebook we were going, and I said we're going on live right now, you guys. We're in Reyna.
Yeah, I'm gonna be meeting up. We're gonna be meeting up with Lisa soon. I got that painting almost ready.
I know.
Yeah, so we wanted to jump on, guys.
Mother Sharon.
I know a lot of
You're funny.
A lot of people have had a different week. I want to go to the grocery store.
Angelina.
You want to go to the grocery store? Interesting. Sanitizing these colleges, working nonstop. Yeah, I bet.
You know what? But thank you for that.
Yeah.
Like, really, thank you so much for to every single person that is out there and still servicing their community, servicing, their through their job and everything. Because if it wasn't for the people who still get up and go to work and all of that during these times, then we'd go without.
Yeah.
So we appreciate all of you so much.
So did you guys get the notification this time? Because on when was it that didn't work? Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Did you guys get notified?
Yeah. You know what? Because I just got on and it was it notified me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raina cleaning. Raina's always cleaning.
Well, you know what you're gonna get for Christmas, Raina? You're gonna get a broom. I'm gonna buy you one of the spray ones.
Thank you, Christy.
One of those spray ones because I think she actually likes it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy you one of those. Okay. With the pads for it.
So they got notifications. So
good.
We just wanted to come on here, talk about whatever. If you have a scripture you want to talk about, because we're always choosing the subjects of what to talk about. So if somebody wants to talk about that. Um, I do know that once more people come on, that we wanted to share something from
I love it.
a nurse friend of ours, you know?
Yeah, I love it, Angelina. You're right. I love what she said. She goes, I was telling Robert that all this is happening because God is going to restore families. He's going to make marriages stronger, more dinner times together. And she receives it, you know?
Yeah.
And through all the bad comes good, you know? And we know that. And we also believe that this is an opportunity. And we got to look at it as
Yeah.
a blessing for us to be able to spend that time with our families, to spend our time with our children, to invest into the things that sometimes we become so busy. And it's almost like we have to be still. You know, I have this thing over there that says, be still and know that I am God, you know, and we have to be still sometimes so that things can begin to take place.
Amen.
So, yeah, I agree with you, Angelina.
Frankie, thank you, brother. Thank you so much for watching us.
The Swiffer, there you go. That's what she needs, is the Swiffer.
Does that go on? Because these words disappear. I can't read it
Yes.
fast enough.
Would you like it?
And I don't have my tablet.
Yes.
My
I know.
my mom and dad have my tablet.
She's confiscated. She likes it, actually.
Yeah, my mom is
She's getting good.
getting used to it because, you know, my parents are isolated. They're older, so they're trying to stay away. Anything they need, me and my brothers and Sharon, you know, we're all pitching in and taking things they want so they don't leave out, and they live out in the ranch. So I didn't want my parents to feel like completely isolated.
You should use my phone and I should use this one.
Yeah, whatever, yeah. And so I left the tablet there because the tablet has data on it. It's unlimited, so that way they can watch the YouTube and whatnot and
Yeah.
and feel like they're part of it, you know?
It's hard. It's hard. It's been really breaking my heart a lot when I see people post pictures and stuff of senior citizens going down the aisles and trying to look over the leftovers that are there and trying to bend down because they can't find anything. And it's heartbreaking. Today, I think you had seen somebody at, I think it was Dollar Tree or I don't know where she was asking for a bottle of alcohol. Did you see that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, sorry, it wasn't today, but she was asking for a bottle of alcohol. And to me, I think that's heartbreaking when somebody wants a bottle of alcohol and she's somebody that obviously needs it. And they're like, sorry, they're all sold out.
Oh, yeah.
And that's hard to see. I've been seeing a lot of that, different people posting stuff like that.
Yeah. Beth, did we find eggs? Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
We've had eggs. It was we were trying to look for eggs for somebody else in our church, an elderly couple.
Yeah, and one of the sisters on here, as a matter of fact, showed up to the church with a box of them. And they went home with 100 and something eggs. So we're like, you guys ain't gonna need eggs for a little while.
Like, oh, you want eggs? We're gonna give you some eggs. You're gonna learn today.
Don't ever ask for an egg because you're gonna get eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're so grateful. Thank you to the sister. You know who you are for doing that. We really, really appreciate you. What?
That's better. No?
What happened?
Because like you were like this. Like I could That's better, I think. Why does my head look so big?
I don't know. Babe, I already told you just have a big head.
No, because I'm a...
Stoner can clean those dusty shells. True, very true.
Eggs are high in cholesterol. Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, they can be.
But man, they're good.
I don't like them that much, so I'm not a big egg eater.
Oh, Chrissy says because it is.
What?
My head's big.
Oh, see, I told him.
No, because look what happens.
Babe, it's still big. No,
same size. Look.
Oh my God, he's such a dork.
Jose. Oh, the microphone came off. All right.
Runny nose, but she's getting more teeth. Oh, she's teething.
I grew up eating eggs all the time, man. That was just a staple. Because down the street from my parents used to be, not anymore, but used to be an egg farm. So we would just go and buy like a whole box with just stacks of eggs. You know, it's not there anymore. It was literally down the street from my parents, and that was just
Hi, Angelica.
we would never
Sorry.
go buy eggs anywhere else. We would just get them there. Yeah, I should sit far from the camera.
Yeah, we love Jen, Reina. There's so many people on here that have just been tremendous and amazing, and man, you guys all have a heart of gold. We love you guys.
Powdered eggs. Oh man.
What?
Oh, I've had powdered eggs. Ain't that what they have at
At
egg?
the schools? Didn't they serve that at the
Does
schools?
Denny's have real eggs?
Yeah.
Oh, McDonald's has powdered eggs. That's why they're
He's
weird.
asking me because I waitress at Denny's for 12 years when I was younger.
So they're real eggs.
Yeah, they're real eggs.
But those Ed McMuffins at McDonald's, that ain't real eggs.
I
Huh?
don't. No, I don't think so.
I don't know if it's powdered, but it's probably that.
And the schools they used to serve them powdered.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He goes, I'm on keto. I'm sick of eggs.
Who?
Oh
Who is?
man. Serge.
Oh
I
no,
think.
Sal.
Oh, Sal. Sorry,
Mhm.
sorry, man.
What? What is super chat?
Super chatters are people I think condone. But 23 and 1 does that. Yeah, he does that a lot. Oh yeah, I know, bro. I knew about that. I haven't really looked into it honestly, but I have seen where people go live and people can donate. So you're tired of eggs, huh? I mean, we're pretty much on a keto thing too for the most part.
I think I literally had my first vegetables last week. I had avocado,
Yeah.
and then I ended up actually having the bread from a hot dog and some cheese and stuff, and I got so sick because I had been for so long. The last 3 months, I have been just doing straight protein and organ meats and the fat and all of that. And remember that day I got so sick.
Yeah.
I mean, sick to the point where I felt like my chest was so heavy, my heart was pounding, I broke out in a sweat, and I was like, okay, this is not good. It made me realize though that eating the way I used to eat before
Yeah, you could barbecue.
was not good at all. And it just made me not want to go back to that type of eating. But I've been a little bit more lenient with myself where I'm having now some salads and I'm just having like the basic vegetables
Yeah.
and stuff like that. My main thing, like my daughter, she gets concerned a lot and she just wants me to stay with a strong immune system. So we got to watch what we eat, guys, because what we eat is what keeps us, our immune systems really strong.
Amen. Young Jizzle, saludos from
Hey,
San
somebody
Antonio.
from Texas. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I got family in Texas, a lot of family in that area in Austin, but mostly my family comes
Oh,
from
Vanessa.
Seguin, Texas. But you know, now my cousins have grown up, so they've gone to like San Marcos, New Braunfels, San Antonio, Austin. I have some cousins in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So
A lot of people are on keto.
I know, man.
You know what? I should make you guys a keto cheesecake, and you guys should come eat keto cheesecake.
He says he lost 15 pounds and now he's in a rhythm. They closed every gym in America. That's messed
Oh,
up.
I know. They did that to all of us.
Yeah.
You know what's sad? Because I eat so much protein. Now that when you go to the grocery store, they're out of a lot of meats.
I know.
And I'm just like, really, people? So I got to limit and figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I just got an email from our gym that said they're going to freeze everybody's account until it opens.
Yeah, and not charge them.
And not charge.
And the ones that they had just charged, they're going to reimburse it they're going to reimburse
Well, they're not
some.
going to reimburse it. They're going to credit it toward next month.
Oh, okay. Good.
Have any of you guys got that? Hey, Sal, I'm really glad you brought that up, guys. You got to build up your immune system.
Yeah.
You got to build it
Turmeric
up.
and everything, yeah.
You know, because the stronger your immune system is, that even if you are in contact with this virus, it won't affect you, or it won't affect you as much. You know, so you got to build up your immune system, get vitamin C, at least in the morning. Don't take a whole bunch of vitamin C at once, because your body can only take so much and you pee the rest out.
So you're wasting it.
Yeah, so take one in the morning, take one at night, and other vitamins, but mostly vitamin C. You got to build that up.
Jennifer, you should have him call and find out about that, because I'm sure they'll be willing, to, because they had just charged a lot of people. So I'm sure he'll either get a response soon or just call and let them know like what's going to happen. Are we going to get reimbursed?
What gym, Jennifer?
Yes, Jose. We got a lot of vitamins too.
Oh yeah, we're good. So
Good job, Vanessa. That's great.
What happened?
She's walking out in the country because I live out in the country.
Yeah.
My daughter sent me a video the other day of my grandson. He's jogging. He's 7 years old, so
Mm-hmm.
he's not in school, and she has a whole curriculum for him. She's homeschooling him now. Obviously, that they're doing this. They bought some programs online for educational wise, and she's like, he thinks he's going to get away with not having PE or anything. She's all, I'm taking him outside for physical activity, and they go
Yeah.
jogging. And she sent me a video with his little skinny body jogging away, and he's putting thumbs up and everything. We got to keep our kids busy.
Yeah. Real quick, Jennifer, the email from the CEO of Planet Fitness, I literally just got it 30 minutes ago. So have Luis check it, because even though they took this month's bill out,
Hey, Antonio.
they're gonna freeze everybody's account and credit you for April.
Yeah.
So it just got sent out. I just got it like 30 minutes ago, and it was from the CEO of Planet Fitness. So that means
good.
all of them. Because remember, a few days ago I got it from the Stockton gym, but today's was from the CEO for every Planet Fitness.
Yeah. Yeah, Sal, it is great. My grandson doesn't even know how to drink juice or anything. To him, he doesn't like it. He's so used to water, and he's very healthy. My daughter's a very big a person who just loves health and eats right, and she's teaching him the same thing. So he doesn't know what it is to eat a junk food or eat any of that. He prefers to ask for a salad when he goes places. Never soda, never
Yeah.
juices. To him, water is like everything. But yeah, he's a healthy kid.
Yeah. Frankie, you're right, man. That emergency, whatever
Yeah, I
it
got
is,
some.
yeah, you got some, but it is expensive. And he said something we said earlier: vitamin C and a zinc vitamin and a vitamin D. I mean, that's all you need.
Yeah, yeah,
Honestly, that's all you need to build up your immune system. Obviously, you got to sleep. You got to sleep. You got to eat right. But vitamin C, vitamin D, and some zinc, at the very least, to
Amen.
have your immune system built up and strong.
Amen. Vanessa, I think everybody's house is starting to look like a homeschool. But yours, I truly believe, because I know you got all those kiddos. But yeah, that's really, really good. Getting a schedule together. I think David has talked about, yesterday he was awake really early, and he was already doing stuff around the house and everything. And I was laying in bed most of the day yesterday because, as you guys know, I hadn't been feeling so well. And so I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm on a schedule, you know,
No, not schedule.
a
Program.
program. He's on a program, excuse me, guys. So I was like, okay. And I'm like, well, I'm glad that he's on a program because I kind of like it to see him, doing stuff.
I'm in
And
prison mode right now.
I kind of like it. Yes. So I think it's good for you to have that program and to have that schedule.
Yeah. So for anybody that's jumping on, guys, we just wanted to hang out with you guys. Whether you want to talk about the gym, we want to talk about this things going on. We want to talk about the latest movie we saw or you saw. If you want to talk about a Bible scripture, you know, so we're just hanging out with you guys. Taking some time, and our whole thing is we want to. A lot of people aren't being very social right now because we have to have that social distance. But what we don't want is to have no social at all.
Yeah.
And just being here, believe it or not, being here, seeing your guys, interacting with each other, us interacting with you, it does something to your spirit.
It does.
It does something. And that's why we wanted to get on here and, just talk.
I think being in solitude.
We went to Rite Aid, Brother Antonio. That's where we went because you get one vitamin, you get the other bottle free.
I think being in solitude, it really, what it does, it distances people. And you think because you are in by yourself, and you can go easily into anxiety and depression and a lot of stuff. And this is why it's so important that we communicate with one another, call one another, take the time to text somebody and say hello to them. And just tell them you love them. Hey, I'm thinking about you, or something.
Maybe, Rena.
Get on a phone call or something.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I messaged all my family on one string, and oh my God, they had me cracking up here by myself because of the memes, and just everybody just joking and telling memories from before and everything. And that's really nice when you can reminisce and laugh with your family.
Yeah.
Who said something long here?
Christy, she's saying a Bible scripture. I need that. My county is bad because you're right there. We're in
In
the
New
heart of,
York.
because she's
Yeah.
in the heart, like just like us. We're in the epicenter of this
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and I know Christy is too. Guys, keep Christy in prayer. She has some medical issues and whatnot, and we just want to continue to pray for her, pray for everybody. The whole country. But this is a sister that's a huge part of relevant Bible talk. And she was in the hospital. She wasn't feeling very good. I'm not. Is she? Are you still in the hospital, sis?
No, she's back
She's
home, I
back home.
believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you able to get any of those things there locally to your location, Christy?
Get.
Any of the vitamins that we're talking
Oh,
about?
I see.
Because I know for a fact that
Hey,
a lot of
Alex.
places were out.
Yeah.
A lot of places are out. Let us know if you're able to get any of that stuff.
Vasquez. I remember watching your movies.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I did some
Amen.
movies, man. It was fun. Honestly, it was fun at that
Hi,
time
Lisa.
doing those movies. But we're here now.
I like what E. Revis he said. Put your face over a hot pot of water with orange or lemon peels with some salt, and it will kill allergies and viruses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's almost like when you go into a sauna or something. Sauna's another good way to detox, like a really hot, steaming
Wait,
Epsom
is E
salt
Revis?
bath.
It's a female, right? Because we don't know what the E stands for, and I can't
Oh, well, I can't look
I
at the
can't see her
picture.
picture because it's real small. So
At first, I thought it said Elvis because I don't have my glasses.
Elvis.
So that's
Uh,
probably why.
yeah, we have a Christian movie. It's called Always With You. It's actually free on YouTube. If you type in Always With You official movie, I believe. But we're in the middle of writing the novel of it because, as you know, you can only put so much of a story in a 90-minute movie. To where in a novel you get into more of the details and more of the background of the characters and the story. So we're about to drop that pretty soon, especially now that I got a lot of time here. It's probably going to be even faster. But it's going to be a novel, and I think the first 400 copies, it's going to have the movie.
And the DVD.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
DVD. Yeah,
DVD.
the movie, the book, and the
Soundtrack.
soundtrack, the
Soundtrack.
CD soundtrack. It's going to be
Yeah,
a three package. But yeah, you can watch that movie now. Good time. Everybody's home.
I know. It is.
Yeah, it's Always With You official movie, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can also find it on the website.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's on the
you have it on
website.
the website
Yeah,
still.
yeah. If you
Mm-hmm.
go to www.houseofrestchurch.com, if you go to where it says movies and stuff, it'll be on there.
Yes, his daughter's in that movie. She's the main character on there.
So, because every time I cough or sneeze, I got the Rona. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
my
yeah.
daughter, man. That's my middle daughter because I have an older daughter and a younger one. That's my middle daughter. She's the one that is graduating to be a RN, a nurse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She did 2 years of college locally, then she went 3 years to university, and she was going to graduate in 2 months, and they just postponed her graduation.
I know.
But yeah, she's going to get her
I gotta say something to that.
credentials.
There's a lot of people that are really perturbed and bothered about the fact that there's not going to be culminations and a lot of this stuff. It is going to happen. It definitely is going to happen because we know that everybody has worked so hard towards those culminations, and I'm sure that they're going to postpone it out more and stuff. But we got to remember, we need to be happy of the fact that they were doing it for the protection of our children. And just if you change your mind to believe that and know that the reason why they did this is so that it can protect our children, then I think you'll be more at peace knowing. But they're not going to go without one. I'm sure later on in the future they're going to figure out how they're
Mm.
going to do it and what they're going to do because this is something big. It's huge. So be at ease, and know that things are being done for a reason.
Yeah, like the canceled basketball games and canceled
Yeah,
other
cancel a
things.
lot of stuff.
Yeah, Sal's laughing because I said the Rona.
The
Oh,
Rona.
the Rona got me. The Rona got me. So,
No names. More people are dying from. I think we didn't get your full message there. Sal, anyone stop watching the news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to stop. You know what we've done is pretty much if anybody at the White House, we subscribe to the White House YouTube. If that stuff is on, we want to watch it because we want to know what's going on or whatnot. Or every single day things are changing. And then if the governor speaks, you know, because the governor of California or your
we
governor,
look directly to the officials. Yeah.
And then we go to the CDC website.
Yeah, and you keep updated with the numbers that are either rising or what's happening where.
This is a chicharron. I got me full. So
he loves chicharron.
Yeah, guys, for those of you that don't know, that's pork rinds.
Yeah, he likes rinds.
So does Johnny. He loves it. Huh, Johnny?
Really?
What?
Right now, Alex, there's been a lot of home invasions here in Merced.
Yeah. Is one thing though that I do notice, there's a lot of fake stuff being put out. You know, so you got to make sure, because we perpetuate it. Like when we see something, we don't even investigate it, and then we share it on our social, and everybody believes. Like yesterday, perfect example. Like somebody was posting this these military jeeps saying, "Oh, they're here, they're here, they're here," and that actually was a picture that was taken from in front of a military base. And you know, just be real careful with stuff you share because it just gets real silly out there. Yeah. I'm not saying that this isn't happening in Merced, but make sure you know firsthand, because so many people are putting stuff and it's bringing a lot of fear to people.
Raina, she's actually, I've been eating pork rinds, all pastor's fault. It's all your fault.
That's right.
Yeah, because you always see us with a bag of rinds, huh?
Yeah.
But I totally agree with that. Just being safe. You know, today David said something to me and he says, you know, I didn't realize how delicate you women are in a time like this, remember? And, you know, that to me, I didn't even think about it, but you know, like the other day, remember?
Yeah, Fredo, you're right. You're right.
The other day we were at a gas station. I think it was Tuesday or something. And we were at a gas station and somebody didn't notice that he was on the other side of the pump. And this girl who was really, really drugged up was already running to the, you know, driver's side of the car to get in, you know, and I was in the car. And, you know, David immediately ran up to the door of the car and was like, what do you want? What are you doing? And she got so, you know, she was so frantic because she was so drugged up. But the thing is that, you know, women still are very, they're out there buying groceries on their own. They're out there doing stuff on their own. And there's so many people that are getting robbed right now as soon as they come out of the store.
Yeah.
And the women are the most vulnerable, you know, that's exactly the first person that somebody's going to want to, you know, approach is a woman.
Yeah.
So you got to be vigilant, be observant, be looking out, make sure nobody's following you and stuff. And just, you know, don't get all paranoid, but just be vigilant. It's important that we always be observant of our surroundings.
Yeah. Frankie, what you're asking, honestly, that's a whole drawn out thing because it's not so black and white, man. You know, because the reason I say that is I'm completely against that, but it's not a solid black and white. The reason I say that is because people abuse regular prescription pills too. People get codeine, people get Oxycontin, people, even though those are stuff given by doctors, you can still become a drug addict in using that. And there's things that people use for the purpose of just fun or the purpose, you know what I mean? So I think it's a really touchy subject. I don't believe that anything that alters you is of God. You know, it is not of God, because here's the thing, right? People say, well, it helps calm my anxiety. Well, you know what? You got to let Christ calm your anxiety.
Yeah.
You got to let Christ be your peace. You got to let Christ do that. So anything that you go to instead of God is your God. Let me repeat that. Anything you run to for comfort, for anxiety, that's your God. If you run to a bottle of alcohol, you don't serve God. You serve that bottle. That's who your God is.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to.
You even say it. That's what we become a slave to.
Yeah, you become a slave to it. So it's not even a direct attack on marijuana. It's a direct attack on anything that you run to. If if a head of lettuce is what you run to when you freak out, then that head of lettuce is your God now. And I'm going to put that head of lettuce on the same thing as marijuana because you're running to that. So it's like it's not even just about marijuana. It's about what you run to. And that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to, man.
Amen. Amen.
But at the same time, I do want to be sensitive to those. There are people right now that are dying of cancer, and for some reason, cannabis has given them an appetite because they're fighting to live. See, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the person that you are recreationally, or you are searching, or justify the purpose, and you're searching for something. It's like, well, somebody will say, well, I got this because my back hurts. You know how many backs I have seen healed in the name of Jesus Christ? I actually felt the spines straighten up. You know what I mean? So it's like we gotta be careful with those things.
Amen.
Beth, I don't know. I've never been high, so I wouldn't know. To be honest with you, I have never done drugs or never drank alcohol in my life, which is weird because I was a gangster rapper drug dealer. And I know that's really weird, but I wouldn't know, honestly. I didn't like the fact of the thought that I wouldn't always be sober-minded, because back in the day I had so many enemies and I was doing things to so many people that I never wanted to be caught slipping. So I always wanted to have I would be the guy at the house party. I was the most boring person at a house party because I would go to the back wall facing the front door because I wanted to know everything that was going on and anybody that walked into that place.
Wow.
So I was the party pooper, So I wouldn't know, you know what I mean? But
I doubt that because everybody wanted to be around you still, so you weren't that much of a party pooper.
I don't know. I don't know. But can God talk to somebody if they're high? I believe God has talked to people that are drunk because he's trying to reach them.
Yeah.
Is he going to give you a prophetic word to speak out? I can't put God in a box, but why would he do that?
I think everybody has like that drunk Theo or drunk Thea that gets so drunk and they're talking to the whole family about Jesus,
Yeah.
Somehow, God still uses them to speak, Jesus into other people. But it's crazy because you do see that at times. Sometimes you see people who are homeless who are really, really out of it. But yet then they still talk about how blessed they are, or they talk about how God is in their life and everything.
Yeah.
So that there's a seed planted in there. That it's in there, but it needs to come into fruition. It needs to be watered. It needs to be worked on and everything. So I believe that God can use anybody.
What? No more melons. Alex says, no more melons. I've picked too many melons. What are you talking about? That seems so random. That's like, I don't know. No locked doors. No more locked doors. You know what I mean? Like, please explain that one. That was funny. No more melons.
Sounds like, yep, I used to talk about Jesus. Yeah. Or mine used to talk about
work in the fields?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I thought well, over here, man, where do you live, brother? What area? Because where I grew up is a lot of tomatoes, asparagus, pumpkins.
That's what your family grew up.
Yeah.
Asparagus and tomatoes.
In Modesto, there's a lot of peaches and apricots. That's why the canneries are in Modesto, because a lot of the peaches and apricots. But yeah, I grew up, out in the farm. I grew up, my dad working the farms and my grandma and my grandpa and seeing them working the fields. So, yeah. And I worked the tomatoes a little bit. And
then Vanessa comes out with barbecue ribs. Yum. Why are you guys coming out with all this stuff? Were we talking about barbecue?
No, but you're getting me hungry now. Raina says almond. Is there a lot of almonds in Patterson, Raina? That's where all the almond milk comes from? Oh, we have a lot of sweet potatoes in Livingston. Okay. Oh, you're in Merced. Okay. That's right. I'm sorry, brother. I remember you told me. Used to pick in Dos Palos. Okay. How's Tracy doing? Hey, serious question. How's Tracy nowadays as far as raising kids? To me, it resembles nothing like it did in the 80s and 90s. I think Tracy calmed down when I got arrested. But I think it's a great place to raise your kids. Honestly.
Brother Anthony's barbecuing right now. I think we all got to go to his house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It sounds really good.
Almonds and Modesto, peach trees. Yeah, there's a lot of peach trees. So
everywhere. Ripon, Modesto, Turlock, and Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you guys think about, or who listened to the devotional this morning, and what did you guys think about it? For me, I think it was, I had to go back and listen to it because hearing the richness of everything, and it just made me understand different things and different perspectives.
6 feet from your grill. Oh.
Looking to move out of San Francisco. That would be nice. I don't know how you live in San Francisco.
Yeah, actually, moving to Tracy would be a huge improvement from San Francisco, man.
Yeah.
For reals.
Yeah.
You can take a house that you're paying in San Francisco and get yourself a 2-story, 4 or 5 bedroom house, 2-car garage with a living room and a family room and a dining room with the same amount you pay in the city. That's for real.
Less.
With a backyard.
I'm a less.
Backyard and a front yard for less. Yeah.
Yeah, much less.
Yeah. And then when you get that place, invite me over for barbecue.
I'll be over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anthony's staying 6 feet away from the grill.
No, we got to stay 6 feet because we got to be socially, I keep forgetting. What's the saying? Socially awkward? No. Socially separate? Whatever.
We have to practice social separation. Oh my gosh.
What's the saying, guys?
What are they saying? You guys help us. Social what? Social distancing.
Social distancing.
Yeah.
That's right.
See, I thought about it before you guys put it up.
Yeah. Rent control is how to do, but tired of my daughter exposed to the stuff over. Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, life would be a lot easier, especially for your kids, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
The good thing about Tracy is that any city you go to is going to be a bad element. But in Tracy, it's not in your face. You're going to find it if you look for it.
I was going to make a joke.
About what?
The good thing about Tracy is that he's grown up already and he's no longer there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
He's no longer Sir Dyno. Sir Dyno died.
Man,
so
I was a
Tracy's
menace.
Safe.
I was a menace to that city, man.
Sorry, babe.
Yeah. So socially, oh yeah, we got to be socially awkward. Yeah.
OMG. Babe, were you really that much of a menace in Tracy back then?
I don't know.
Do you think you were? I looked at you as just a puny little skinny boy at a young age on your bike doing some weird tricks.
And then all hell broke loose.
Ay. Oh, Lorena. I miss you, Lorena.
I was going to message her today.
I messaged her yesterday.
Oh, really?
Do you have what you need? Do you need eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just I was like, it's funny because this morning I was like, I don't know, she popped in my head and I'm like, I got to message her to make sure everything's there.
Miss your carita, your face.
Make sure she has everything that she needs.
Yes. As soon as some of this passes by or passes through, you just got to come over here, get some bags and bring the kids and come spend the weekend over here.
Jose Solis. Oh, so you live in Sac, brother? There's a bunch of Walmart. Yeah. Bro, do you attend a church in Sacramento?
Why do we?
I don't know. I was trying to practice being socially awkward.
Oh, that was weird.
Can you imagine?
We're like waiting for you to answer.
Can you imagine if the president says, we have a new law now. Everyone must be socially awkward.
But the thing is that we both sat there waiting for him to answer us.
I know, that was weird. All vitamins are gone. You know where I found vitamins? We found vitamins at Rite Aid. We looked for vitamins. There was no vitamin C. We checked Costco, a few places.
Yeah.
And finally we went to Rite Aid
I think you even went to go look at Trader Joe's to see if there was even.
Yeah, I went to Trader Joe. I even called like those workout places, those nutrition,
Yeah.
Max Fitness, these bodybuilding where
You
they
did?
have.
Is that what you called?
I was calling them, and they're
Wow.
like, "No, man, we don't have anything."
Wow.
So that was hard.
Oh, tell Rena I said hi. Tell her I love her.
Oh, Reina's get just to be socially awkward.
She is no longer socially awkward.
She
Actually,
scares me now.
Reina, yeah, I think it's different now. You remember when you used to be you'd be like, I don't want to go near him.
That was
you
mean.
used to scare her. But now,
Now she scares
she's
me.
not scared. She's a little feisty and tough, small thing, So, Reina, you gotta scare us, girl.
Crossroads Church in Sag. I haven't heard of that one, but that's cool, man. God bless you.
Amen.
What part of Sacramento are you at? We have Sister Phyllis. She's out there.
Mm-hmm.
She's over there close to Broderick, over there in the west.
By the bridge where she used to play when she was little.
Yeah, she's by the bridge, by the, what does she call it? The I Street Bridge?
Yeah.
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 She's close to there. Why isn't she on here?
She said he's still scary.
That's messed up.
I know. Where is Phyllis?
Let
me see. Let me go back.
She'd be talking if she was on right now.
I'm gonna message her and be like, "Where are you at?" Here, Trey.
No, go ahead. I'm good for now.
Yeah,
I'm tired of holding the phone. Yeah. So
Where you at, sister?
like I said, guys,
Sheila's not on here.
I'll try that next. Oh, the Rite Aid? Yeah. What's cool if you do find vitamins in Rite Aid is you buy one, you get the other one free. Oh, your in-laws just came back? Yeah. He says they know now.
Why?
Oh, man. Because he said his in-laws came from Mexico and they couldn't believe that there was no toilet paper. And he goes, they know now. Oh, man.
Van a aprender duro.
Yeah. Anthony says, please pray for the homeless shelter 9th and D Street. Guys, what I've been wondering, and maybe you guys can shed some light on it. Where are the homeless? What's going on with them? What's going to happen through this whole thing that's going on? Seriously.
She's all OMG.
What?
She's going to get out here right now. She's all OMG. Here.
Yeah, so Diet Pepsi.
Hey, this is a good time to wean off of it.
Yeah. So,
it's not a necessity.
Yeah. Pork rinds are a necessity.
Oh, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Well, see, that's what I had heard, Clark. I had actually heard something that they were trying to turn abandoned hotels or stuff like that, or closed up hotels, and that they were going to set them up for the homeless. Remember, I had told you that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I had heard something like that when they had one of the speeches. So, but it has been really awkward that I haven't seen too many of the homeless out there. He said that's what Eric said. She said that's what Eric said.
What's that?
That about the homeless.
Oh. Elderberry. I heard of that too. I don't know what that is though.
Oh yeah. I seen that. Right
Dr.
now.
Oz is talking about that.
I seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're being tested at the shelter, Anthony.
Why can't Phyllis find us online? That's weird.
Tell her just to.
She said she can't find it.
Here, do a copy and paste. Like put
brother,
share.
Plain pork rinds, hot pork rinds, barbecue pork rinds.
I make him a protein plate out of my salsa, and he really likes that. I'm gonna share it with her so that way she could just copy the link.
Oh, let you do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I know how to do that.
All kinds of pork rinds. I'm waiting for chocolate chip pork rinds.
You know what Matthew was saying? Matthew was my son. He was saying that he's like, nobody's ever done anything, a dessert out of spread.
Oh,
He goes, I think I'm gonna invent a spread dessert. I'm like, okay, that's weird, but
yeah,
I'm
that
kind
is
of
weird.
curious to see what he's planning to do.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, basically, man. How many of you guys were lucky enough to get some top ramen? I've heard some people say they couldn't find top ramen. You
Oh
know,
yeah, I got you on my
when
Facebook
all this
already.
happened, I went to the grocery store. I passed by the toilet paper to get to the top ramen.
Are you serious? And I'm
No,
just finding that out?
no.
Thanks, babe.
It just sounds funny.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to be socially awkward.
Right? That would actually be really good, like chocolate pork rinds, because if you think about it, when
No.
you have pretzels taste really good with chocolate and it's salty with chocolate.
Hmm.
Think about it. That would actually be really
I
good.
don't know about that. I don't know.
Elderberry moisture insides and helps the immune system. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, that food goes a long way. Do you know, I try every year. This year was impossible for us to do it because
Do what?
I'm about to say,
Oh,
hold on. Every year, then okay, I get like the pasta and I get really good chicken and I get a lot of organic vegetables and everything and I make I have this huge pot that could feed up to 300 people, a little bit over 300 people. And every winter, what we do is we collect jackets and scarves and hats and everything for a few months, and we go out and we feed about 350 people. When it comes to like that, it does feed a lot of people, but the thing is that it's not healthy. You can still feed a lot of people with a lot of healthy natural food. And I think that when I do go out and feed, I make sure that they're getting good nutrients and good vitamins and all of that. They kind of knew me as the soup lady back then because of being able to give them a really nice hot soup that was filled with nutrients, organic vegetables and everything in there. But yes, noodles does, help fill up a little bit. So, but there's a lot of things that you can actually do to feed a lot of the homeless at an inexpensive price. This year we weren't able to because remember
yeah.
we were in the middle of the church, moving the churches and constructing and stuff. But I look forward to that, and it's so pleasing when you know that you can give them something that's very nutritious too. Oh, he wants a Cadillac cheesecake. Have you seen my cheesecakes?
Why do you keep going lower? Are you sitting lower?
No,
Oh,
babe, it's not me. Okay, there.
oh, okay.
Have
I
you
don't know
seen my
about that.
cheesecakes, Vanessa?
Hey, Robert. Oh man, those giant chicharrones. They don't have those giant chicharrones over there? I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do it. Should I send you one in the mail?
I know, right? You know how much they would not weigh
I
anything in
know.
that box. We can send the real big
Want me
one.
to send you a giant chicharron, brother?
We'll send it. Tell Angelina I'll send her my recipe to my salsa too, so she can make you chicharrón ahogado and salsa verde.
Pancakes with a fresh onion wrapped in the pan. Come on, man.
Now that's kind of gross.
Yeah, I can see you, Phyllis.
Phyllis, hi.
Saltine crackers and vanilla ice cream.
Oh, Tony told him that my about the Cadillac cheesecake.
Brother, you're talking like a pregnant woman, talking
I
crazy.
I know what's going on over there.
How many of you guys drink Cadillacs? Why did we stay quiet?
I
That
don't know, but I
was
know you do.
socially awkward. He says, don't knock it till you try it.
Oh, I'll show you what the Cadillac cheesecake looks like.
Yeah. So seriously, Robert, I'm gonna send you some if they have any. They should have some, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go tomorrow and check, brother.
Let me see my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you put
He says
the.
I drive Cadillacs.
When I first met him, literally when he put up like who knows about a Cadillac, I'm like, oh, it's a car. But then I started seeing them put things about Snickers, Milky Way, and everything. I'm like, huh, what is this going on? And that's how we met was through your post about who knows about a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Because I really thought like this is crazy. Why are people talking about chocolate when it's a car? I didn't know none
Yeah.
of that stuff. And that's when you came back and said it's a prison delicacy.
What's cowboy style? Tremel, what's going on? What is cowboy style? Like you filter it through a sock? What does that even mean? Please explain.
Yeah, we need an explanation on that one, please.
I drink Calyx. I don't know how to spell it correctly. Socially awkward. In jail because people make Pruno, and Pruno is basically like a alcoholic wine in prison that's illegal. So they don't give us sugar. So they would give us coffee, and there's no way to make it sweet. So at least where I was at in Sacramento County Jail, the only way to sweeten your coffee was on commissary. You order a Snickers bar. And when you get your coffee and it's still warm, you drop that Snickers bar right in it. That way the chocolate and the caramel and the sugar makes the coffee sweet, and it's smooth like a Cadillac.
That's the Cadillac cheesecake, you guys.
Oh, Tremel, it's black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Ooh, man.
And this is actually made prison style. I actually made it with the same Folgers that they use in prison, because that's what coffee you guys would get, the little packets of Folgers.
The real people get it Folgers. Other people got that Keefy.
And then it's made with Snickers, and it's all mocha in Snickers, and that's what I did with this one. And it has a really nice crunch on top of it.
With the Snicker bar in the middle.
Yeah, it has a big old Snicker bar in the middle. These cheesecakes are big. They're about 3 to 5 pound cheesecakes. They're big. They're a good size, you know. So that became one of my good sellers when I had my little bakery back in SoCal. You guys should go follow me. I'm on the Topsy Cheesecake.
Yeah. Yeah, Jose, there is different ways. It depends on what was available at your commissary. Some people made it with whatever. You know, some people, even at the basic, they would put those, what are those little red cinnamon?
Oh, the Red Hots?
No. But they drop it because of the sugar and the cinnamon. So that they would, so
that must be good.
yeah, so basically a Cadillac in prison or in jail was basically you got whatever candy was available to you, you drop it in the coffee to make it sweet. But now, I don't know, oh, Fireballs, that's Fireballs. Now, I just throw some hot cocoa in there, you know, and
yeah, that does sound good.
Cadillac.
I want to try that one time.
I remember going to Starbucks when I first got out. The first place I went to after getting out, after 6 years of incarceration, I never drank coffee before prison. So I go and I walk into a Starbucks literally 20 minutes from being released from prison. And I walk in there and I see all these weird, what do they call it? Like Americanos and this and that. And I'm just
all
like,
kinds of stuff.
So I'm like, what would you like to order, sir? And I'm like, do you have any coffee with chocolate in it? They're like, oh, you want a mocha? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
So now you know that they're
So
called black and whites and all that.
Well, no, I didn't learn that until John Silva. But now they have a such thing. Like a lot of, depending what Starbucks you went to, because in Stockton, if you go, because there's a lot of people that have been incarcerated here. So if you go to Starbucks and say, I want a Cadillac, you know, they'll know exactly what you want. But for the most part, if you go to Starbucks and say, I want a black and white or a tuxedo, then they know you basically want a Cadillac. But I don't go to Starbucks anymore. That stuff tastes burnt to me now. So Vanessa, yeah, just tell them to ask for a mocha. A mocha is as close as you're going to get to a Cadillac.
Phyllis, you're funny.
What's she talking about now?
Talking about Bruno. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh.
Made all the girls cry.
What?
Well, I hope they cried their eyes out and they're done with that.
What are you talking
I
about?
don't know.
Who made girls cry?
The Bruno? Oh my Lord.
Oh my God. Hope that ain't the Rona.
Oh, Jose, yes, I make brownies. I was a baker,
All right,
straight
Beth.
baker. Absolutely, straight baker. I loved it for so long. When I literally moved up here, I had went around looking for like a little location to open up a bakery out here. My stuff is very eclectic. If you know, kind of like shabby chic, eclectic, very vintage. They're called vintage cheesecakes. And it's the kind of stuff that people in San Francisco like, huh? The style and all that. But as I started to look for places, it was really, really expensive to open up a location up here. And then I thought, well, maybe I could do a concessional truck or something. But slowly I became really, really busy with a lot of other things. And I think I kind of just put that dream on the back burner. Um, and I just figured, maybe one day, but I'll do it for friends and family sometimes.
Mhm.
I'm not doing a business out of it anymore, but my stuff does exist. I cook and bake everything. So,
Robert said he went to the hole for making pruno.
really?
Man, we're stuck watching this show.
Yes, follow me, the Topsy Cheesecake.
We have this show that we watch on Hulu called, is it 60 Days? Apparently it's an old show. I didn't know about it until Josh from 23 and 1, he's a YouTuber. He talks about it all the time. So I found it on Hulu called 60 Days. So they get average regular people to undercover go in jail for 60 days. And yeah, it's interesting. It's funny. It cracks me up with the way some of the people are on there.
Vanessa, you're an amazing baker. I see your work and everything. I know Sister Sheila loves to bake as well.
Tramel
And
said
then
he
Tramel's
bakes.
saying I like to bake too. My friends laugh at them. I don't know why, because that's pretty cool, man.
Baking is
That you know how to
therapeutic.
bake. It is therapeutic.
Eating the pastries are therapeutic. While I'm staring at my aquarium, that's very therapeutic.
Yeah, I messaged her and told her, Sheila, we're on live. Where are you?
Yeah. 60 Days In, that's the name of it on Hulu.
Yeah.
If you guys are bored at home, watch that. It is funny. It is funny because they got a school teacher on season 1. They got a school teacher to go into jail for 60 days. He is so socially awkward.
Oh, yes.
Oh man, it is funny. Another girl she's a police officer and went into jail.
Yeah.
What are the other
It's
people?
interesting. It's been out since
A housewife.
2016, but
It was new to us.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
But Josh from 23 and 1, he's always talking about it on his YouTube channel. So
I like Whoville, Cindy.
what's that?
From the Grinch Whoville, the show
Oh
Whoville.
yeah.
Is it because you're doing fondant? And if you are doing fondant, do you do it thick or do you do it thin? Because I know a lot of design takes thick fondant, but I like those fondant cakes sometimes. Some of them are nice.
You know what we ate today? I didn't think I was gonna like it at all. There was no way you would have convinced me that I would have liked it.
Well, my daughter's been trying to get me to do it for a long time.
I ate seaweed, roasted seaweed today, and it was so
It's delicious.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called 60 Days In on Hulu. I'm telling you, you watch one episode, you're gonna get stuck. And it's hilarious. It's funny. Yes, I ate seaweed. I'm telling you, I was not a believer. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat no seaweed. I ain't gonna eat no seaweed.
Shut up.
That stuff was so good. But here's the thing. You gotta like seafood. If you do not like seafood, don't eat seaweed.
Don't tell them that. Why are you scaring them away
I'm
from
not
it already?
scaring them because there's people that love seafood.
No,
if you love
it just tastes
seafood,
like sushi in a sense. Like what's covered, the seaweed they use for the sushi, but just dried out.
if you like seafood, you will love seaweed. I'm thinking about it now.
Tramel, you should. I think that is such a great field to get into. Like, really, honestly, I think what stopped me from going to school at that time, it's because I had actually tried out for what was it, babe? The kitchen, the home
Yeah.
edition. What was it again?
Oh,
It's on my Topsy Cheesecake.
um,
What's that show called with the mean guy?
the mean guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Is heck-
Master Chef, the home
Oh
edition.
yeah, he goes, oh, seaweed is hecka healthy for you. Probably.
No, not Hell's Kitchen. It's Master Chef Home Edition. Because I tried out for them, and when you try out for the Home Edition, you can't be a student at a school. You can't have any professional experience. So at that time, it kind of kept me from going because I was trying out for them. I did get to make it. I got chosen out of 1,000 down to 600, and I got to actually audition in front of the judges. It was the scariest 3 minutes of my life, I will tell you. It was a scary 3 minutes. They give you 3 minutes to prep everything, get it all together so that they can taste it. But I did get cut after a while. They were, I think it went down to like 200 people and then from there, but just to get to the 600, I was happy. It was like, it was a cool experience.
Yeah. Robert says seaweed tastes like the ocean, just like Skittles taste like the rainbow.
It does taste like the ocean.
Yeah.
It really does, but it's actually real refreshing and it's really good.
Man, it was good.
It is delicious, Alex. I like it.
The one we got was from Costco. And it's organic seaweed, roasted, something. So yeah, it was good.
He says, do you like fish in your spreads?
Who is?
Anthony, he wants to know.
I have a seafood spread that I make. Obviously in prison. Well, no, you know what? In Santa Rita, we had oysters. We had oyster, we had tuna. So, actually, yeah. I've done spreads with tuna, with oysters, with shrimp. So I have a seafood spread that I make.
He came home one time and he came home with some Kool-Aid. He came home with some stuff and he's like, yeah, I'm going to make this teriyaki spread. It was the most disgusting thing ever. I'm sorry, babe, but it was.
It was not disgusting.
Babe, it was disgusting.
Here's the thing, right? I was supposed to use cherry Kool-Aid and they didn't have any, so I used Hawaiian Punch.
It was, ever since then,
No.
I rarely eat any of his spreads.
Whatever, more for me.
That's all right. Enjoy
You know who ate a lot of it, though?
Clogging up your intestines.
You know who ate a lot of that spread?
Who?
Phyllis.
Remember Phyllis when you were here?
I know. She flashed back. She's like, no more locked doors. No more locked doors. She started doing burpees. No.
She wasn't doing burpees,
Sweet
you guys.
Oh, it wasn't teriyaki. It was sweet and sour spread. But it doesn't work with Hawaiian Punch, okay?
No.
Don't do it.
It's so gross.
Don't do it.
Phyllis, Phyllis, did that bring back memories?
Oh, dude, I didn't know. You've done it with red Kool-Aid and mustard. See, in Sacramento County, we would do it with cherry Kool-Aid and lemonade Kool-Aid. And you put that and you put the beef stick and the pork rinds and let it marinate. Oh, it's so good.
You're wanting to make spread, aren't you?
No.
You better not.
But you know what? I got 5 cases of top ramen. I ain't playing.
Thanks for telling people what we got.
Pork rinds? Yeah, try to get through this door. See what happens. You ain't taking my pork rinds.
My
top ramen. You won't have to worry about the Rona. You have to worry about me.
Oh my God. This guy's so bad. Reina, you're going to have some pretty soon. Don't worry. These guys are actually thinking about putting together a spread wars, right? Yeah. Is that what you're going to do? You guys, they're trying to put together a spread wars. So I'm going to need some judges, maybe judges that have never tasted it like Reina. She'd be a perfect judge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to be a judge, Reina. You have actually been officially
a judge,
requested to be a judge for
Phyllis,
the spread wars.
Why don't you get in your car? Come by, and I'll give you a ramen and a half. Whoa. He said, wait, why did your brother put his spread on the floor? That's blasphemy.
Who did?
So he goes, I caught my brother making a spread when he got out and the dog ate it because he left it on the floor.
Ay.
That dog
the dog even liked it.
Dog knows what's up. Frankie Sanchez, when I was locked up, we used to get every single sweet that they sold in commissary, put it onto a bag, smash it all together, and make bars. Oh, yeah. The dope fiend cake, right?
What the heck?
That's what they call it.
Really?
Yeah. So, at least where I was at, they call it dope fiend cake.
Oh, Jennifer will judge too.
You get the honey buns and, man. Yeah.
I know, right? Spread Wars. That would be a really good show.
Spread Wars.
Yeah.
I want to open a spread restaurant.
Yeah. We've been talking about that. He's like, that would be really cool.
Funny.
What were...
Huh?
Let's see.
Hire Phyllis. She'll threaten you as you come in.
And everybody's going to be wearing the prison jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're wearing prison
Sal
jumpsuits.
Dope Fiend cake. That's what they used to call it, man. Dope Fiend. What?
I still wash my boxers in the shower and wear trunks.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
Lord.
Okay.
Thank you for that confession.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She goes, I thought, Vanessa, I thought my husband, only he washed his boxers in the shower. It's a prison thing. Come on, man. They got to come out of being institutionalized.
Oh my God.
Man, that's crazy. That'd be funny. I should wake up, huh? Yell up 5 a.m. to these boys upstairs. Count time, stand at your door.
Well, that's what you've been doing to them at 7.
I know, but I don't say count time. I should.
You should. Make them line up in the wall
I
upstairs.
know, they're going to learn today. Do a random check, toss their beds up. look for
hidden food, eating
what
junk
do they call
food.
it though? What do they call it? Contraband. Yeah.
Oh my God. Cool King Anderson. I haven't seen Cool King Anderson in a while. Hi.
Yeah. So,
He had orange chunkless.
guys, we're just hanging out. Wanted to go on, and I want really is to get you guys away from the news.
Yes.
Get away from the news, and people feel like they can't hang out. So we're like, let's go live and just hang out. Just get away and just laugh at some stuff.
I know.
Laugh at stuff, talk, socialize, and that's the thing about the internet is it can make the world smaller. Where we can all just get together. Think about it. Imagine there's a lot of you, on here, and imagine we just be at one long table, just hanging out, laughing and joking, and that's what we want to have. That's what we want to do. And so Phyllis says she was in bed.
Till I got a text. I texted her.
Oh.
I'm like, where you at? Yeah, I really, a little while ago, I do want to read it. So let me have that so I can read. A little while ago, I was sitting here and I read something, and this is a good friend of ours.
Yeah, we have a friend. Before she reads it, as you're looking for it, I'm gonna talk about it.
Okay.
We have a friend that we're friends with her son, her daughter-in-law, and she is a nurse.
She's a surgical ER nurse. She's in the.
She's not a surgical nurse.
ER nurse.
She's an ER nurse.
Yes. Our sister-in-law.
She goes from Sacramento sometimes at the Kaiser, and then she switched to Modesto Kaiser, but I think she's back in the Sacramento. But she wrote something that we really wanted to share with you guys because this is somebody we personally know, and she's a nurse. And as you know, the medical people are in the forefront of this thing. And if you don't want to take it serious with the lockdown or whatever you want to call it, please, we wanted to share this with you. She's going to read it.
Just listen to it attentively.
It's a short paragraph.
And being, that David's daughter is in the medical field, his other daughter actually works at Kaiser. And then, I have family, my son-in-law, and my soon-to-be daughter-in-law work in the medical field.
Christy's daughters are
yes,
nurses.
All of Christy's daughters work in the hospitals, and also on the other end, I have family that are in Spain, Madrid, that are under quarantine right now as we speak. I have like 2 different family members up there. And all of Honduras is in lockdown as well. So I'm looking at both ends. And when I read this, it made me, it teared me up and it brought me to tears because of the fact that sometimes we don't really comprehend or listen until we know people. So I'm going to read this to you guys.
Yeah. It's real quick.
It says, I just need to say something. As a nurse on the front lines in ER with many who are with me, MDs, RNs, RTs, and EVs, and many more. It is hard for all of us knowing we have all put our lives on the line because that is what we're called to. Yet we're not backed with our administrations for protection for ourselves. Yet we still come to work because we were called to our professions. I have chosen to isolate myself from my family and grandchildren because I could be a carrier of this virus that we are learning. So please honor us and remember we are here for you, and we need to know that you're here for us. I know I'm protected by my Heavenly Father, but it still doesn't make it easy when I see people aren't abiding by what our government is trying to do. My heart is for all people and for my family and coworkers. And if I can sacrifice not seeing mine, yet still take care of yours, then please follow suit. I love my coworkers. Also, a shout out to my daughter, who is a nurse with two small girls. It is not easy for families either. Please know it takes every one of us to do our part.
Yeah, this is a friend of ours. She's a nurse in the ER in a big hospital, and she's like, I'm sacrificing everything for you. Can you please sacrifice something for me? Which is, you know, stay home, do what needs to be done, because these people in the medical field are literally putting themselves in the front lines for us.
Yeah.
And it's I thought of it, but it didn't really hit me until I thought, like, what does it look like to these nurses and these doctors when they're in the front line being exposed to these things? They're possibly exposed, yet we're just out and about and not caring, you know. And we wanted to share that.
Amen.
So so this made me feel like, you know, we gotta pray for anyone we know in the medical field that's
Amen.
on the front lines of this thing. Because at a war, you have the soldiers that are in the front line. Well, in this war, the front line are the people that are the nurses and the doctors and these people in the medical, even the receptionist, you know, the person that does the triage, you know, and all that. We got to keep them in our prayers and respect and honor them by doing what we're supposed to do and do our part.
I thanked the lady today when we were, in line for something. She came and she was cleaning people's carts.
Oh yeah.
And I told her, thank you for just being here to do that, you know, because regardless, people, their need for a paycheck, you know, they still go out and they're risking so much.
Yeah.
And there's some of us that are getting the opportunity to be home and they're making things better for us and easier for us. So we got to be very, very mindful of that. We got to be patient and graceful right now during these times. We really do. And not get impatient with people. I know that a lot of us may say some jokes or something, but there's a time to joke and there's a time to not joke around. And we got to be really careful with that fine line that we don't overexceed it either. Because when you begin to overexceed those things, then we're really being insensitive to the things that are taking place. You can make light of something and doing it in a graceful way, but you can also make light of something and do it in a rude way, in a very derogative way. And we gotta not do that.
Yeah.
You know, just be careful. There's a fine line for everything.
Look at Sal. He says, I work at UCSF hospital. I'm an elevator mechanic on standby there. It's scary stuff. I'm super paranoid and I don't even come face to face with the patients. You know, exactly. You know, so we want to be respectful. It's like of those that are literally or can be exposed to something that could harm them and go back home and harm their families. So we can't take it nonchalantly. Yeah. We have to do our part, you know, and
you know, my son is 22 years old.
Oh, Phyllis says, and check on the elderly. Exactly.
Yes. My son is 22 years old, and these boys have not stepped out of here, and their main concern is because of mom. But tomorrow he's supposed to go do a drug test for a new job, and he's going to a place where it's a test center, that they've actually created this place into a test center, and he was freaking out today. He's like, you know, stressed and filled with anxiety because he's like, Mom, so you don't understand. This is a test place and I don't want to go somewhere where, you know, people are sick. And then I don't want to bring that to you and everything. But the thing is like, I had to bring him to have that peace and tell him, mijo, just go, just wear some gloves, you know, you'll be fine. Just go and trust in God and know that the Lord is with you, and just go take care of what you need to and come back home, wash your hands and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
We got to think responsibly at the same time, but don't let it keep you prisoner from also doing the good things that we need to do and the right things that we need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yes, so, and Sal, we will keep you in prayer and all of those that are in that location.
Yeah, look at Alex. Alves said, I work at Lowe's and we're still open and it's flooded with people, you know. Look at Angelina works at a rehabilitation nursing home.
Yeah.
Vanessa says she works for a doctor and we closed down for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So just there's a lot of people they have to still work, and we just want to keep them in prayer, especially, those, if you're in the East Coast, if you're there, and if you're in Washington, or if you're here in California, things are getting a lot tighter than they are for the other states as of now. So this is very real for us. The lockdown is very real. People in San Francisco, in the Bay Area, you can get a misdemeanor for being out.
Yeah.
It's getting serious,
Yeah.
and so maybe if some of you are watching it that aren't in those states, please be sensitive to the fact that this lockdown is a very real thing.
Yes. Today, my doctor called me. As you guys know, I had the flu symptoms, and my doctor ended up calling me back, and he says, listen, until you have a fever and all of that, then I'll bring you in, but I need you to stay in for 14 days. And I told David, this is it. We need to just go get my medicine. I needed to pick up my medicine today. And I wore gloves, and I did take care of myself, and I said, after today, this is it. I can't go out anymore. I know that I really wanted to be there for Sunday service and everything, but I need to stay in because it's not just for me, but I need to be mindful of others and be respectful towards others as well. So I'm going to do what the doctor asked. And he said, you got to stay in for 14 days. Our business has closed down as well. They're going remotely. So I'm going to hopefully be able to work remotely as of, Monday. But we got to be mindful, if it's not just for us and be like, well, I'm okay, I'll cover up and all that. No, stay in. If you're being told to stay in, stay in. That's it.
Yeah.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
What else, guys? We've been on for an hour and 17 minutes.
Have
already.
we really?
Yeah.
Dang, well, I was going to say, you guys don't have nothing to do, really, right?
Yeah.
We're all living a really exciting life right now.
Even if you're watching and not commenting, if you don't know how to comment, all you do is turn your phone upright, like this.
Go all the way to the bottom.
And go to the bottom, and it says chat publicly.
Mm-hmm.
And can you put where you're from? That way everybody can know your city and your state. Don't put your address. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't do that.
But your city and your state, just so we know.
We'll go over there and take your stockpile.
I'd like to know, who's there, who's here, who's watching, what state you from, where do you live? That'd be interesting. And even if you haven't been in this conversation,
Yeah.
That'd be cool
you're
to see
you're
that.
just watching. It'd be really, really cool.
Phyllis says she has to get up at 4:30.
Girl, I know where you're from, Jen. That's cool. Ceres, California, in the house. Plain City, Ohio.
Ohio?
I love my Ohio cups that you brought. Sheila, you got to come back and visit again. You know what I would love? I'd love to get you with Sister Jennifer and for you to go to the center where she works at. She has you guys have so much in common. And I know that you would love to go over there and cook for some of the families and be there with some of those families.
Dang, you're in the Bronx?
Who? Bronx, New York?
Bronx, New York.
So he's
San
in
Francisco.
he's in a hot spot too.
Livingston. Jennifer from the block. She says from Broderick, West Sacramento. Raina, the big city of Patterson. That's cool. What else we got?
Lowrider. Hey, Lowrider's new one here.
Is it New Orleans or New Orleans? Correct me. Oh, he's living in Dallas, though.
The Uribe family.
Beth, I thought you left.
She can't leave us. She can't get enough of us.
Rio Rancho, New Mexico. New York. Oh, wait, that's the second person in the Bronx? I'm from the Bronx, yo.
New York is in. I want to go to New York. Not right now, though.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Corpus Christi, Texas.
Hey, that's for Selena.
Anything for Salinas.
Anything for Salinas.
What else we got? Atwater. That's cool, man. See, this is fun. Louisiana. Oh, the first pronunciation? New Orleans? New Orleans. I forgot how I said it. New York. Which is the first one? I don't know.
Phyllis,
Oregon.
you're leaving us? She has to get up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, she has to get up.
Bye, Mom. I love you.
Oregon. That's cool, man. I appreciate that, guys. That's cool to just see, where you guys are at, and that's a trip.
Louisiana. Louisiana, isn't it a really, really isn't Louisiana very oh my God.
Louisiana-ish.
No.
You guys
Like very peaceful, very quiet.
I've never been there, but I know they got some hot sauce.
Oh yeah, they do, huh? The one with the goose, the rooster on it.
Dang, St. Paul, Minneapolis. That's tight. Isn't that where Prince was from?
Binghamton.
Where Prince was from, that area, right? Bingham,
Hey Derek.
Binghamton. So we got some people from New York here.
I know.
I've never been, not yet.
I thought because I had somebody, a friend of mine, that said that Louisiana is it's very quiet. It's very calm. That it's very calm. A lot
I
of
don't
like
know.
old school,
I'm sure it
old
depends
school traditions and very, peaceful, which is cool.
I'm sure it depends where you go. Yeah, he's a princess from Minneapolis. Man, that dude was such a
awesome.
musical
Yeah.
genius. That guy plays so many instruments.
Purple rain.
He played all his instruments. He wrote all of his music. Man, it's just really sad, what happened with him.
The judge needs to be an old school pinto, though. He knows what every spread tastes like. Are you volunteering to be a judge? Are you an old school pinto?
Well, I think we need to have some people that don't know spreads,
That don't know
but you
anything.
got to have people that have been locked up. But the problem is, most of the people that have been locked up, they want to participate in the spread war. So that's the problem here. And we're not going to put names on it because we don't want favoritism. Because if
Oh, my boys asked me if they can go stay at your house for the summer. How old are your boys again, Robert? I know that the little one's about like 10, 11.
Junior, you're in LA. Man, I go down there sometimes because
Send them down.
my wife goes to visit because she's from the valley. She's a valley girl. And
I went and got cheesecake from where?
Yeah, so Junior, you're in LA. What part of LA, bro? LA is such a big area.
Where's Junior? Oh, Junior, LA.
Yeah. Well, depending on how things go, we go down to
Send them down.
to Oceanside every October, but who knows what this year's gonna be like.
Frankie, you're already giving away your recipe. What are you doing, man?
Oh, you use the green chili ramen. Okay.
See? Now you just gave him ideas.
Yeah.
You just messed up, brother.
Derek,
East LA.
no, I'm not gonna be in a new movie. I only talked to two people that are still in it, which is Jose Rosette, who he acted in our movie Always With You, and I talked to Raul. Raul's one of the three main characters, the skinny little Mexican dude. What?
I'm like, there was a lot of skinny Mexican dudes.
Yeah. So, but those guys those two guys I still talk to actually, but that's it. I don't talk to anybody else anymore.
But there is some stuff that you've been talking about doing recently, right? Now that you have a
Yeah.
so why don't you share it with our family?
I found a lot of my old masters from old songs that I did when Darkroom first started. I'm talking 93 to 95. And me and ALG were just going through all the instrumentals, and we're going to re-release these with different lyrics. So we had this old song, guys, don't judge me. I had this old song called Have You Ever Planned a Murder? I have the instrumental to that, and we're gonna switch it up for Christ.
Yes.
I have what other songs? Cruise All Night. There's just so many. Brown Persuasion, Corrupt. I'm actually thinking of. I got to get a hold of them, but I'm gonna get a hold of Eclipse, who was part of Darkroom, DJ MT, who was part of Darkroom, to actually feature. But anything that had to do with gangs or drugs or whatever, we're going to switch it up. But we're going to use those old Darkroom classic beats. This is something we're working on, actually. Just started last week on this. So just so you guys know.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah. Do I have any beef with Kid Frost? No, I don't. I've never actually met him.
You know of him.
Of course, everybody
Yeah.
knows of him. Did I have a problem with him at the time? Yeah, I had a chip on my shoulder. Anybody that wasn't from Northern California had a problem with. But now in Christ, I don't, man. I don't. I've seen him do interviews. I pray for him. I wish nothing for the best for Frost, for Little Rob, for anybody. You know what I mean? Because that old Dyno died. I'm David. And I serve God and I serve Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ says to love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your strength, all your might, and all your, with everything, with all your strength. And likewise, love your neighbor. Who's our neighbor? Everybody.
Amen.
So whether somebody is a Norteno or a Southsider, whatever, it doesn't matter. Those are people that God wants to reach.
Amen.
And we got to reach them for the kingdom of God. So that's how I feel about Frost, man. What do we got here?
You know, that was crazy that was when you did that interview. That was something people kept throwing out there and wanting to know. And I know that you didn't get to address that on that, on that interview. But I'm glad that you just shared that.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw one of your videos.
Yeah, MC Boulevard's a good friend of his.
Yeah. Who?
MC Boulevard.
Oh, yeah, MC Boulevard. We have each other's number. We talk, not all the time, but whenever we've done events together, sometimes I'll text him out of nowhere just to see how he's doing. Actually, I got to text Boulevard, see how he's doing through all of this stuff.
Your mom's watching.
Is she?
How do we know?
How's that?
Who put your mom's watching?
Sienna, maybe?
Oh, yes. Sienna's over there. Hi, Sienna.
Yeah. So
That's the only way that we know, because I'm like, wait a minute. Did she become a YouTube expert
I know.
in 2 days?
I know. I left my mom the tablet at home. I was actually calling Sprint today because I have a feeling I'm not going to get that tablet back. So I was calling Sprint today, but they didn't answer. I don't know, maybe the main one is in Lodi, to just try to get one.
I have my iPad mini too.
No, she needs data.
Oh, that's right.
So
everybody say hi to Mina. Hi, Mom.
Yeah. So we're just bored here. We wanted to get on and just talk to people. Lowrider, Uribe, Family Fuel, Custom Car Club. What kind of car you got, man?
I know.
Yeah, what kind of car you got? One song I really like from you, David. Will you still remember me? Will you still remember me? Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, you guys know what song I'm going to redo? Brown Chicana. I found the instrumental to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Have I heard that song?
Because I use that old school Oh Honey beat. Oh, well.
I don't know about any of that stuff.
You're going to sing on some of them because I had singers on those back then.
I don't know much about those songs. I never really listened to them or anything. I think maybe you've played maybe a few just to show me some, like Daddy's Home, I think.
Oh, yeah, Daddy's Home.
There's been a few, but I've never been the type to go back to listen to much of his stuff because I know him as the person that he is now, as the man that he is now. So for me, I don't know. I don't reminisce in any of that stuff or anything because it's just awkward to me because I'm like, I don't even know that person,
Yeah.
at all.
About that project with all the classic songs, I found, I believe, 2 or 3 instrumentals that I never released. So now I'm going to do them in Christ. I never released them. They have like live bass, live guitars. I never released them. So people that were a fan of that old Darkroom stuff, they're going to get to hear this new Darkroom with the old music, but new lyrics, but
Call
also...
it Lightroom.
Actually, Tony was saying, why don't you call it Upper Room because of the Day of Pentecost? So, but people are going to get to hear 3 tracks that were never released before. I'm not even sure why I didn't release them.
So he goes, sometimes it seems impossible to diet in a Mexican family. Everyone gets offended when you try to turn down food. Next thing you know, you've eaten 3 bowls of albondiga. He just came out of left field with
when
that
I go visit Sharon's mom.
Oh my God.
I have had the sleeve surgery, guys. I used to be 100 pounds heavier. The sleeve surgery left me with the stomach the size of a medium banana. And every time I go to Sharon's mom's, she wants to serve me all kinds of food.
Jose does. My stepdad does.
He goes and gets pan dulce. He gets strawberries, chops them up. And I'm like, I can't eat this. Like, I physically can't fit this stuff. And I have to explain the sleeve surgery every single time. You know, it's weird.
Oh my God, yes. It
For
is
the
true.
albondigas, for those of you that don't know, are giant meatballs. They're so
With
good.
rice in it. It has like
It's like a
rice
soup.
in
It's like a
it.
soup with giant
Yeah, I'm
meatballs.
saying the meatball
Oh,
has
yeah.
rice inside of it,
That
and
sounds good.
It does, huh?
Man.
Maybe I'll make that tomorrow.
Let's
That
bet.
does sound
Derek,
good.
did you ever meet Royalty? I've never met him. Don't know anything about his music. I've seen his name before. I don't know anything about him or his music. I'm sorry.
Vanessa, trust me,
What?
I know.
What?
She's like, my mom does the same thing. You can't say
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But now his favorite, the one thing that she makes for him all the time has to do with seafood. It's always
All right.
a
Good night,
seafood
Frankie.
soup. Good night, Frankie. A seafood soup, and he
Yeah.
cannot turn it down because he loves it. He keeps every time I talk to her now, he's all, "Should I go pick up your mom? Should I go pick?" And my mom starts laughing, like, "No, I'm fine here. Leave me here." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Is your mom ready to come? Are her bags packed?" Because he wants her soups.
I know. Alex, you're right, man. Guess what I'm gonna do after this video? I'm
What?
gonna eat something.
Chicharrones?
Robert says you gotta do a song about chicharrones.
I know. I need a
Yeah.
food intervention. Raina, I don't know where you fit all that stuff. You're so
This day,
tiny.
You got down on your music, bro. To this day, your music gets better. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I don't do much music anymore, but when I do it unto God. You know,
Amen.
do it unto the Lord. So
It's fun. It's fun.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun time. Did Lowrider ever tell us what kind of car he
I don't know.
has?
Did you ever tell us what kind of car you had?
Yeah, I want to know. What
Did you
kind of-
ever get paid from films and music back then? Yeah. Yeah. Checks were huge. But that was back then. You know, I made my living from the music. I feel sorry for people in the music industry today because it seems like really hard just to sell 20 CDs. Before, every time we had a Darkroom release, we would send out a pallet, literally a pallet to the distributor in Arizona, a pallet to the distributor in the Bay, and that was every 30 days. So yeah, I made a pretty good living back then. Cool,
Santos
King.
is eating a shrimp cocktail. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks, brother. Thanks.
Thank you. We look like all sorry people.
I
Thank you. Thanks.
What's up,
What
Saint?
we have is top ramen.
Yeah. I wish I had your shrimp to throw into my ramen. Your Christian album. You heard the Christian album, Alex? We have 2 Christian singles and 1 Christian album. My album is actually, you can download it. It's called Dyno, Called to Reach the Masses. And then we have 2 singles. One is me and you that we did called God is Faithful. If you go, you can find it anywhere. Any
It's on our House Arrest church.
Yeah, but you can go to anywhere you get music, even Spotify.
Yeah, you could just type it in.
Yeah, it's called Dyno, God is Faithful. And then the one we did with Tony and Anthony is called yeah. Oh, you have it? Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
So what else, man?
Come on, people, talk.
You guys getting tired now?
You guys are getting, yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, it's already been an hour and a half.
I think now that we've been so indoors, up early and then you go to sleep early, because I get tired early now.
I ain't tired.
You're not? No? I'm hungry, actually.
I know, I'm hungry. How did Capone get in the Darkroom? You have a lot of questions about Darkroom. Were you an old Darkroom fan, Derek?
Good night, Christy. We love you.
Yeah, good night, Christy.
Thank you for hanging out with us. I am getting lower.
But real quick,
I feel short.
I do want to answer you, man, because I appreciate you asking. As far as Capone, he was from Texas. He was a Ghana rapper out of San Antonio, and my grandma was passing away, and I took my mom to Texas, and it was an opportunity that I'm not sure if I talked to him or he talked to me, but I actually recorded a song with him during that time when my grandma was sick, and I met him in San Antonio, and then I did a song with him and SPM, who at the time was blowing up huge at the time. So I actually did a music video in Texas months later after my grandma passed. You know, so that's how I met Capone.
But I think confuse it with somebody else, right? From what I had heard.
Yeah, a lot of people thought I did a song with Capone E from LA, who was a Southsider, and that was not a good thing for me back then. I did a song with Capone from Texas, But because he ended up having ties with people in LA, it created some friction. But nevertheless, he reached out to me actually maybe about 4 months ago, Capone from Texas, and I messaged back and he never got back with me. So I don't know what happened with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Angelina, see you later. I know you're in Oregon, honey. Have a blessed day at work tomorrow. Stay safe, and make sure you wash your hands constantly, mama.
Revis, yeah, it's midnight in New York. Be safe over there. Be safe, and I hope someday, because we want to go visit Christy,
Yeah.
and
We get to see all you guys.
and hopefully I get to meet anybody that watches this in the New York area, because I'd really like to go there. I want to see at least once, just to go and
Yeah.
meet you guys and see.
And hang out.
Yeah, and I also want to visit the people in my Bible college. The Bible college I went to is COU, Christian Leadership University, and it's through correspondence. And they're from New York, which is up north toward Canada, the Canadian border. But nevertheless, I really want to go visit the Bible college I went to and some of the staff that worked with me, during my incarceration. So,
He says, tengo hambre. He's hungry. Pues ve a comer.
yeah.
Come algo antes de dormir.
Her. You keep saying him.
Oh. Go eat something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Frank V.
I keep thinking it says Elvis.
Yeah. I've heard of that. I've heard Frank V was locked up in Oregon. I never met him, but had huge respect for Proper Dose. Me and Alex need to make Cindy. Where's Cindy from again?
Need to make a trip. I don't know.
Oh wait, from Merced?
Yeah, I think they're local. Well, a little local.
Well, that's.
I know. We have groups that come from Merced. You guys should work something and come together.
We actually have a small group that is run by Tony AOG and his wife Sylvia.
Good night, Brother Santos.
Good night, brother. Hope you enjoyed that shrimp.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't be falling asleep immediately after having a shrimp cocktail. You need to have something sweet after eating seafood.
Like a Hershey bar.
Or dark chocolate.
Yeah. So.
He's laughing. No, Frank Vieira.
Yeah, I agree, man. Frank V was tight. I remember listening to him. I loved his flow, his style, the way he did.
Ice cream.
Yeah, Frank V I've always respected his flow and his raps. His stuff was good. Have you seen Hurricane J? I saw Hurricane J.
What's Hurricane J?
He was in Lowdown with the AOG. He came into the church maybe. How long have I known you now?
We're going on since 2015. Since September 2014.
So I've seen Hurricane J maybe 2013. He came to the church. So
a year before you met me.
Yeah. He showed up. He's living in Modesto. The last I heard, he showed up to the church. He hung out with me, him, young Droop showed up too. And actually, we took a picture. Me, AOG, Young Droop, and Hurricane J. Haven't seen him since. I think Tony has. AOG, he's seen him.
Well, because he's more on that end, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he worked at a Modesto for some time and is in Merced.
Yeah. Yeah, DWTX, that's really sad, man, what happened with him also. He's the one that was from Lighter Shade of Brown. He was in Vegas. He got drunk. He had a drinking problem, my understanding. And he passed out, and the next day he basically got baked on the side of the sidewalk. Horrible. He just passed out. It was, I don't know how hot in Vegas, and they found him all swollen.
Oh,
yeah, that was really sad.
That's sad. That is really sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, all right, guys. I think that's it because I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, we are getting hungry. But I really, really loved hanging out with you guys. I think we need to do this more often, especially right now that we can.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with us. It's really nice, And I know we always film our videos at night because you guys know we release them in the morning as a devotional. Mm-hmm. But it's nice, to have this. Our camera's going off at the church. Let's make sure.
It's probably a cat.
I know.
Yep.
Oh, it's a cat.
It's a cat. Yep.
So
in the back, we don't get that much activity anymore because we finally got our gate up, our fence.
There's a cat You see him down there? Look at that cat.
We
Yeah.
finally got our gate up, which is really cool. You know, I'm like, now that we got our gate up, now we can't even hang out at church.
I know.
I'm like, seriously? We just got the thing up.
Yeah. Is Joe working? Is Joe working Sunday? Just wondering.
Yeah, send me a message on Messenger right now. We wanted to know if Joe was working on Sunday.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. God bless you. And
Yes, good night, guys. We love you guys.
with Junior, you should do a collab with Chino. I'm not sure who that is. Not sure where he's from. But I mean, anything's possible. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's do this more often, guys. You know, because I know that on Fridays we don't release a devotional for Saturday,
yeah.
but right now that we do have a little bit of time, maybe we can come together
Yes.
and just hang out. But y'all got to interact and ask some questions, or let's
Yeah.
talk. You know, bring up some subjects. You know.
So yes, he works, or yes, he doesn't work. Raina,
Did you just put yes?
you put yes.
Thanks,
Yes.
Raina.
I don't know what you're talking about. Robert, good night, brother. I'm gonna look for a giant chicharron for you.
Wait a minute. I
What?
have an issue here. Everybody's having shrimp.
I know.
You know, I think, was it Tramal that
No,
just said?
Sal says my wife make camarones a la
No,
diabla.
somebody else just right before that said that too. Oh, Cool King Anderson. I ate some crayfish and shrimp. It was hot. Everybody's having shrimp. Why
What,
are
is
we
it
not having
is it
shrimp?
National Shrimp Night, and I didn't know.
I want shrimp now. That's the one thing we don't have.
We don't?
We have no fish. I think.
No, we had a
have
bunch of fish.
No, we have just some tilapia, but we don't have shrimp.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Can I cook your fish
I don't care.
out of your fish tank?
Oh yeah, right. All right, guys. Seriously, we got to get going. Good night. Did Raina ever answer? Look, Cindy, I made some bomb shrimp ceviche. Thanks.
Another one.
Another one.
Thanks.
If I go to the store tomorrow and there's no shrimp, it's because of you guys.
Oh, look. Santos says when he comes to Stockton, he's going to take us some shrimp cocktail.
Okay. Is that going to be tomorrow?
I know, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I appreciate you so much, brother, because every time we pass by there, you always have coffee for us. You know, we always sit down and have, and that's what's really cool. It's almost like we're having a tradition of sitting down with you before we leave Hanford or Visalia. Like, it's been really cool. It's already going on, 2-3 times that we've been able to twice that we've been able to sit down and have coffee with you before we head on home.
My coffee dropped in the elevator.
The coffee you bought him that last time, it literally all fell in the elevator, and he was so sad. But it's not the first time he ever drops coffee, by the way. Just ask Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pastor Carlos knows. But thank you for that, because
shrimp. He goes, my in-laws are here. They're Catholic and can't eat meat on Fridays during Lent. That's why everybody eats seafood on Fridays.
pues.
Oh, I get it.
That's what's going on.
Real quick, you asked me about how long on average did it take to film?
Who asked?
Sal, I believe, to film a movie. I'm guessing you're talking about. You got to plan the whole thing out. So usually it takes me about 2 to 3 months to get the screenplay written. And then you do a location scouting and you find out the spots you're going to film at. And then you do a schedule. But actually filming, because you do all that stuff before, filming takes about 3 to 4 weeks. That way you get your locations right, do your scenes right and everything. And then it takes about 2 months of editing for me. I know other people take longer. I'm just wired, like I can see the editing in my head, so I can edit a lot quicker than the normal person. But altogether, from beginning of writing a screenplay all the way to the editing, it probably takes about 6 months. But actual filming, about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Vanessa, I'm really looking forward to one of these days having you and your husband come over with your kids and for us to just fellowship. You know, there's a lot of people I noticed on here that are local.
Yeah.
And it'd be really nice to get to know you guys more, and maybe even spend some time, maybe have dinner, and just come and fellowship. I think, you know, for those that are local and we can do that, really think about that. Once we get out of all this turmoil and stuff that we're in right now,
Yeah.
let's start making plans to be able. Spring is here, summer's coming, and we're gonna have the opportunity to be able to just fellowship more
Yeah.
personally. We need to do that more because we would really love to get to know a lot of you guys more on a personal base and just just sit down and chat and fellowship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derek, I don't even know Vlad. Of course, I watch his stuff, but nothing that I know of. Nobody's ever gotten a hold of me. So
What's Vlad TV?
he's huge. He interviews a lot of people. Huge subscribers.
Oh.
A lot of subscribers.
Cat got your tongue.
Yeah, but
Yes, Cindy. Let's do that.
yeah. All right, guys. Seriously, we got to get going. I'm hungry now.
Yes, he's
So-
hungry, guys. I can tell he's getting he's
Yeah.
hungry. He's getting irritable.
All
He's
right.
getting irritable.
So God bless you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. We just wanted to hang out with you guys. We
Say
appreciate
bye to your
it.
mom.
Bye, Mom. I'm going to call her right now.
Oh, okay.
We appreciate all of you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us, because we can do this lockdown. We do it together.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope this encouraged you, but most of all, I hope it just got you away from watching the news.
Yes,
You
for
know,
a little while.
So
Take your mind off of
Yeah.
other things and put it into something that's just fun and
hopefully you got a few laughs out of it. And that's it. All right, guys.
Good night. We
Good
love you
night.
guys.
God bless.
Bye.